and welcome to another episode of The Case of the Golden Idol. I'm Bring Stabbity, the stabbiest stab that ever stabbity'd, and with me I have...
Nweismuller, who is here to be aiding when Stabbity gets completely stuck in puzzles.
Pretty much. Here to watch my suffering and provide a couple of hints when needed without spoiling anything. And just kind of keeping me on the right track. Aside from that, I have also replaced the Mocha adapters in my house, so I hope that we will not have the absolute clusterfuck of a recording that we had last time we did this on stream. Because, yeah, that was terrible. That was just absolutely terrible. Yeah, let's hope.
That was terrible. Did you need lots of coffee to replace the Mocha adapters?
Nah, I just used Java.
Oh, good one, good one.
Thank you. But no, they're actually hardware. But yes. Anyway. I hope that fixes all of my stream issues. Because if it doesn't, that means that the actual coax cable in my house is damaged. Because that's literally the only thing left between there that I haven't changed, like the one inside my walls. So yeah, if that's the problem, then I'm gonna either need to move my recording setup from my downstairs office to my master bedroom where I have my router, or I'm going to need to rewire the house somehow, which can either involve an ugly 100-foot Ethernet cable running from the master bedroom to the office, or it could be literally pulling the coax cable through the wall, which it's probably going to be expensive and damaging things if I pull it off. Assuming it's not stapled down. If it is stapled down, then I'm just going to have to rip out walls. And I really do not feel like doing that right now. So yeah, here's to hoping. Alright, let's actually get started. Case of the Golden Idol. We did chapter 5. I also went back, because we recorded chapters 1 through 3 way earlier. I went back, reread chapters 1 through 5, took some notes, and I think I'm better prepared for the next section. So, Nweiss, if you're ready, let's hop in.
Let's do this.
The explosive events in the forest cabin. Ooh. Burkham Workhouse. Alright, well, let's just see here. Oh my. That's quite informative. Blank blank needed a blank. Blank blank along with accomplices delivered a blank. Upon entering blank blank, suddenly blank blank blank. Meanwhile, blank blank blank, the amount of blank in a sealed blank. When blank blank and blank blank entered the room, the blank blank and killed them both. I'm going to say, well, the bomb exploded just because of the chapter name. Or the gunpowder barrel.
Well, I guess we'll see now, won't we?
Let's see. Burkham Workhouse. Okay, wonder what work they do. Henchmen for hire in the Timberbrook region. Billy Cracker. Oakwood Gang, Brawler, Robber. Hardy Abe. Burkham Workhouse, Brawler, has a cart. Okay. So perhaps Hardy Abe here. Little Billy. Hobbs Gang Burglar enters through chimneys. Oh my. Oh my. Jack Nails. Timberbrook Inn Burglar. Picklock. A box of confectionery. Workhouse. Nothing here mentions confectionery. Huh. Different types of hats.
Rather silly hats.
Yeah. Rather silly ones, but still. Oh, and look, it's another Uma, but it's not an Uma Musume.
It's just an Uma.
It's just an Uma. Oh? All right. That is Lucia Baker, if I recall. Ah! What was that?
The cook.
The cook?
The cook who liked smutty literature.
Exactly her.
And love potions.
And love potions. Ah, by the gods, what was that? Gentleman robber strikes in Westbrook. The infamous gentleman robber Walter Keene, with a number of unnamed associates, held up a coach on the southern road leading out of Westbrook. The scoundrel robbed the passenger of all their valuables, kissed a young lady, then left. This is already the 5th robbery by the infamous Gentle, who, as is his custom, appeared wearing an impeccable suit and a new hat in the latest style. The reward for catching Walter Keene has been increased to £100. Okay. And we had a bunch of silly hats. So I think we can start drawing a couple of connections. Of course, we don't have
her name yet.
Don't have her name yet, so we can't fill it in. Also, I want to go back. Billy Cracker, Hardy Abe, Little Billy, Jack Nails. Billy Cracker, Hardy Abe, Little... Ah, 2 Billies. There we go. That's what we're missing. So can we assume that Little Billy is Billy Cracker's son? And Jack Nails.
Who knows?
Who knows? Alright. Everyone, you are not to visit any village or city. Hey, you wrong, welcome. You are not to visit any village or city without my permission. At no point may you disclose the location of the cabin. Mr. David Gorin. Alright, the man disguised as Ash Blair and the Dirty Deeds man for Edmund Cloudsley. You are in charge of all security and arms. Mrs. Lucia Smith, you will taste any food you cook before it is presented to me. Alright. So I was, yeah, it was Lucia Smith. I was mistaken about the baker. It was Ada Baker, who was the cleaner.
Yeah, Ada Baker was the poisoner.
Yes.
Cleaner, poisoner.
Same thing. She wanted to clean house.
Indeed.
Little Pip, you're in charge of Black Bestia and Golden Doubloon. Both must be fed daily. Alright. I'm doing a little bit of cleanup here. Really, we put Little, Jack Nails, Walter Keene, David Gorin, Lucia Smith, Jack Black. Nope, not Jack Black.
You have Bestia Nails. Do it to replace...
Whoops.
Swap Jack Bestia.
There we are. Black Bestia, Golden Doubloon, both must be fed daily, Edmund Cloudsley. There we are. Did that specifically so that we have the names cleaned up on the list. It was really annoying last time when we had first names and last names separated, so today I decided they're going to be kept together. And yes, we'll just...
in order.
It shall be in order! Order, I say! Order! That German immediately devolved into Scottish. Like, there was one word of German and then it went Scottish. That doesn't look like
okay.
That doesn't look like a Black Bestia to you, does it? Because it doesn't to me.
It doesn't, but let's wait until we get any more evidence.
Yep.
So, you know.
Go, coin, go!
And he's calling it coin, which does sort of sound like...
Golden doubloon is coin.
Yes.
This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Okay.
Brr.
Golden doubloon.
And little Pip.
And little Pip, we had him from last time. Alright. What about here? This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Oh. This man is breathing, but appears to have lost consciousness.
And he looks familiar now, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Looks like Ash Blair. Except we all know that Ash Blair is actually David.
Did Ash Blair get smoked?
I do not care what means you use to acquire what I need, but remember to always be discreet. Note that I do not want it too decayed. The more recently it has died, the better. Oh. More recently it has died. One of the old workhouse geezers croaked yesterday. I will arrange for a cart to move the corpse, if you send me directions. And be quick before they bury him. I do not want to dig up that stiff. Okay. Stealing a corpse. A key. 5 shillings and 3 pence. A loaded pistol. A scarecrow in a wooden coffin. Okay, doesn't look like all that convincing of a corpse.
Not particularly, no.
No. Ah! This clue has been added to the thinking panel. A sword. A ring with a ruby, darn. I forgot to check which was the faction that had all of the ruby rings. A wrapped piece of confectionery. A loaded pistol. That's one thing I forgot to do in the notes. Haha! I knew it! A bomb! A broken,
Bar.
Bar, yes. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. A club. Yep. Definitely, Interesting. It's like it was, shipped away here first. Probably a latch or something there that got ripped away, but yeah. Door was burst open in. Then we have the explosion.
Some sort of tattoo.
Some sort of tattoo? It's like the shears that Robert Redford had half of? I finally have the location of my target. Meet us on November 10th, Friday, in the Timberbrook Inn, and bring all your tools. You will get your share as we agreed. WK. A set of lockpicks. A saw. That may have been sawn through. It does look like more of a clean cut compared to here. Could have pried an opening here and then sawed down, potentially. Blue cube. Potentially.
Cube. Contract?
A loaded pistol. So many loaded pistols. So, to Detective Innovate find out something went boom? Yes, the boom is quite obvious here. And it looks probably like a vase of some sort, and the golden idol was inside of that vase. A shard of a vase. There we go. I called it. It was a vase. There is the mysterious golden idol. I think someone may have set us up the bomb.
What you say?
We get signal. A small weight is tied to a pulled down lever at the back of the idol. Yeah, I think, that may be something. a rotten apple, and a green apple. Okay? And I'm assuming those are bugs.
Seems likely.
This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Alright. I guess that's Edmund Cloudsley, because he's got the EC embroidered on his, on his robe.
Yep.
Edmund Cloudsley. Oh,
And we also identified David.
we did. David Oren. Perfect. And how many people do we have left? We have Billy Cracker, Party Abe, Little Billy, and Jack Nails.
And Walter Keane.
And Walter Keane. And 3 of them are yes. That answers that. I'm gonna go back to Edmund in just a second. You'll get your share as we agreed. Walter Keane. So Walter Keane is not here. Wait, no, he said meet us here on November 10th. Okay, I can tell you he isn't Walter Keane, and perhaps Walter Keane isn't here, but yeah.
Well,
That
we
dude-
do have a distinctive feature of Walter Keane. In the newspaper that the cook has.
Yes, Walter Keane, the gentleman robber. That's right. I guess that definitely looks Walter Keane. He's got the fancy hat. Okay. I will definitely doesn't look like much of a gentleman.
And a sword.
What was that?
Well, and a sword, which
and a sword, yes.
which fits with, you know, a highwayman as opposed to the hired thugs that...
Yes. Alright. I feel confident saying that that is Walter Keane. Right. Let's get back in here, find Edmund Cloudsley. A pistol, loaded. And let's take a peek at this. Vacuum V1. This simply did not work. After I aimed at the sealed vessel and activated the idol, both air and vessel disappeared. Upon further consideration, it was an obvious mistake. Vacuum V2. Attempted with this input, and it was a definite improvement. It decreased the amount of air, but curiously still did not create a complete vacuum in the sealed vessel. Interesting. So he's experimenting with different spells that the golden idol can perform. Gold filtering. The target must contain some gold for this to work. Seawater is a suitable target, for example. However, a great deal of seawater would be required for this to yield any significant amount. Perhaps I should try it on a ship in an open sea. First step, get gold by aiming at the target. Second step, aim at an empty vessel to retrieve it. Interesting way of prospecting for gold. Unknown effect. If the implications of this are what I surmised, this could be a tremendous discovery. The next step is to progress from fruit to some more advanced organic matter. I must ask David to fetch me a dead body for further experiments. This is vitally urgent. Is this bringing things back to life or rejuvenating them? As in, these were a pair of equally rotten apples, and this one got rejuvenated to being green. Potentially. That's my theory for now. Spontaneous combustion. You cannot combust target if you have not performed the freezing beforehand. Interesting. The speed at which heat is increased appears to be influenced by how strongly I press the trigger and how long I have performed, I'm assuming freeze, before it. Freezing. Yes, there we go, that's freezing. Freezing the target rapidly can create curious side effects. For instance, I should be careful when freezing water in a sealed bottle. It exploded and the glass shards flew everywhere. Those don't look like glass shards to me. They look like maggots or something.
Yeah, they're bugs.
Safety notice. Upon pulling the trigger, if the glyph input is meaningful, the idol will perform the intended action on the target it can see. If it is red, it is ready for spontaneous combustion input, and it will turn blue afterwards. If the eye is blue, you can only perform freezing input, and it will turn red afterwards. Okay.
And you see with all the different bookmarks, he does the formula for the different actions.
Yes. So he's got that. Anyway, I want to jump back and take a peek. We have the heat and then 2 squares between 2 lines. Huh. I'm gonna jump back. Yeah, it's definitely the one without the dot in the top left. But the 2... But it's using the 2 squares like here, so it's similar to vacuum 2. But anyway, let's look at the other options. Nope.
Well, we noticed the crook and the crook with dot are with every formula, so...
Yeah. Yeah, So what I can say is that it is the vacuum V2, but without the dot on the crook. So, yeah. It could just be... Let's see, what color is it? It is blue, which means we just... He did a red, potentially did a red. Does make sense. Or this doesn't matter. Alright, well, that's something.
It might be easier to figure out all the...
Okay, there we go. Here are the empty slots. Yes, this will definitely help. Let's pull up the book. Let's start with... Okay, vacuum V2. Yeah, crook with dot seems to be removed. Because if we look at freezing, we're removing heat versus adding heat. That's my theory for now.
All right.
Adding... Not sure what we're adding. Yeah. Here, see? Look. This is remove gold. And this is, or
Increase
suck
gold.
in. Suck in gold. Increase gold. Or project gold. So yeah.
Yeah.
Suck or reduce, and that's, increase or blow.
Expel.
Expel. There we go. I had too much Spaceballs on my brain. Sir, it's Megamaid, sir. She's gone from suck to blow.
All they have increased and decreased is
They do. So that is that. That is obviously gold. That looks like air. Yes, that is air. Don't have any mention of seawater here. We have it there, but it's not related. Right. What
That-
effect 4?
That circle between two lines is present here, so
Yep. Circle between two lines and the sideways T. Circle between two lines and a lean-to.
yeah.
A woodshed. Okay. So increasing somehow this combination results like in fire or heating or spontaneous combustion or freezing if you remove the same thing. So I'm tempted, at the moment, increase thermal energy, decrease thermal energy. Let's just get back here. Lean to... I mean, it has to be heat here.
Yep.
Because it's in the heat and freeze, but it's not in the rejuvenate. Tempted to say matter. So heat matter. And...
Let's take it vacuum version 1 for a moment.
Oh. Oops, that's gold. Ah, yes, remove matter. All right.
Upon further consideration, it was an obvious mistake.
Yes. Yes, it was. There we go. We know how that works. Okay, now we just have two guys here. So let's figure out which ones they could be. You are, you're the burglar. You have tools. So let's see if this mentioned, there we go. He is Jack Nails, Timberbrook Inn burglar picklock.
And that explains what his tattoo was, wasn't it?
Ah, okay. Picklock. So yeah, that is him. And we said Jack Nails. Jack Nails. Now we just have this guy with the club. And horrible teeth and super ugly face. Alright, so we got Jack Nails selected. Little Billy. Hobbs gang burglar enters through chimneys. Yeah. Okay, so that's the two choice of burglars. Went with Jack Nails rather than Little Billy. Billy Cracker. Oakwood gang brawler robber. Ah, and it's Hardy Abe. The last guy's Hardy Abe because he has a cart. And the cart is Burkham Workhouse. So, last guy is Hardy Abe. Yes! Haha!
No, not to be mistaken for Honest Abe.
Not to be confused for Honest Abe, because definitely not. Alright. Needed a... corpse, I guess.
And who needed the corpse?
Would have been Edmund Cloudsley. No. Come on, stop that. Edmund Cloudsley needed a corpse. I'm going to assume David Gorin delivered the corpse. Or to move the corpse if you send me directions. Yes.
Well, David Gorin was stationed here.
True. Could be Walter Keane with accomplices. True, Walter Keane is the one that had accomplices. Oh, probably wrong, but Delivered a... yes. This is where I would have figured out that it's not David Gorin, because they delivered a coffin, but the coffin did not have a corpse. It had a scarecrow in a wooden coffin. So now we know that it wasn't David Gorin. So I'm gonna go with...
Shall we argue about the contents of the coffin?
I mean, technically there's a corpse on top of the coffin, and if you kind of slid...
He's still breathing.
An almost...
He's still breathing.
There is an almost corpse almost inside the coffin.
I'm just saying, if we argued about the contents, that would make it a straw man argument.
Oh! There we go. You were setting up for a pun. Shouldn't have doubted that. Upon entering... suddenly clubbed, because that looks like a... Yeah, that's a clubbing. Breathing, but appeared to have lost consciousness. Definitely not stabbed, definitely not shot. So...
Especially since none of the pistols have been discharged, so...
True, all of the pistols are loaded. Clubbed, this is where David Gorin is. And I want to jump back. Yes. That is Hardy Abe. Hardy Abe. Hardy Abe is the dude with the club. So back here, upon entering, Hardy Abe suddenly clubbed David Gorin. Meanwhile,
That is the sound of revelation, isn't it?
It is. Because he did not create a vacuum. He created a pressure vessel. Because
and a pressure vessel is just like a bomb with more steps.
Correctamundo. Meanwhile, Edmund... No, not Edmund Cracker.
Edmund want a cracker.
Increased the amount of air inside a sealed vase when we have Hardy Abe and Walter Keane. Hardy Abe and Walter... No, not Walter Keane. Walter Keane is the guy standing outside.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, that's Walter Keane. That was the lockpick, who was Jack Nails. There we are.
Yes.
And Jack Nails entered the room. The vase exploded and killed them. Yes! Sixth case solved. To gain entrance
Nicely done.
To gain entrance to Edmund Cloudsley's Sacred Forest cabin, gentleman robber Walter Keane pretended to deliver a corpse to Edmund for his experiments. Upon entering the cabin, the robbers ambushed the servants, and Edmund locked himself in his study. While the robbers were sawing through the lock, Edmund prepared a trap with the idol that killed 2 of the intruders. Woohoo!
Nicely done.
All right. That one definitely went better than the dinner party one. Okay. So yeah, I would still be interested to learn what the experiment here was.
Well, maybe we'll learn more in later cases.
Yeah. Increase matter integrity, let's say, for now. Or increase matter life. That's kind of my theory for now. What even are you? Okay, well, that explains why. Ooh, and little Pip opened the door for Golden Doubloon So you could come out and attack Walter Keene. Cool, cool,
Yep.
cool. Very good job, little Pip. Even if you do like filching things. And of course, Lucia Smith is just here. And they're ignoring her. David got whacked.
And you notice what she's reaching for?
She is. It looks like she's reaching for a. Oh shoot! Whatever those pizza paddles are.
A fireplace shovel.
A fireplace shovel. Yes, yes. That makes sense. I'm just used to fireplace shovels that are much, much smaller for decorative fireplaces as opposed to serious fireplaces where actual cooking is done that produce far more ash. That makes sense. Little bit of glass bottle in the wall there. Interesting. And herbs getting dried and stuff in baskets. Okay, cool. I think we got everything here.
With the glass bottle. I actually missed that.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't see your pointer. Is the problem?
Oh, okay. If you see the 3 baskets at the top left, between the second and the third one, a tiny bit down.
Ah, yes. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Let's do the next one.
Let's do the next one. So let's head back to scenario selection. Ooh. And we got the straw man.
A cutscene.
Let's see what happens in this cutscene.
Yes, we do.
Then, Sir Coroner, the bandits accidentally set off my master's laboratory. What happened afterwards? I managed to fend the rest of them off, but my master, Lord Edmund Cloudsley, got caught in the blast, which severely disfigured him, and soon afterwards he died. Bless his soul.
Laboratory chemicals, right.
Yeah. Right, I just want to reread that. Then, Sir Coroner, the bandits accidentally set off my master's laboratory chemical ingredients. There we are. Okay, well, that's it for this.
Chemical ingredients.
So I guess Edmund Cloudsley did not survive inside that, inside the chest. Or perhaps... Oh, and I guess also, he is bald. That's always just been a wig that he's been wearing. Forgot to mention that earlier. Yeah. He might have died in the blast. Or... David Gorin might have finished him off.
Or be lying.
Or be lying. That too. Could be, assuming they have the... Well, that depends. You would assume a coroner would have a body, but yeah. So yeah, that's that. Let's go back to the scenario selection and a preview of Chapter 3, The Ascent. Okay. That is weird. Those are some really weird cultists. Or aliens. Or monsters. Or something. Eldritch horrors? Cultists? We'll have to see. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Please like, follow, subscribe. Check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Kick. Free money in the description as always, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye-bye.